Starting a role as a delivery manager can be challenging, but with the right approach you can quickly gain the trust and respect of your team. Let's jump into some key strategies. The first is to get to know your team. Schedule one-to-one meetings with each team member to understand their roles, strengths and any challenges they're facing. This helps you build relationships and gain insights into the team's dynamics. Use these meetings to listen and learn rather than jumping straight into making changes. One of the things I often see with new people coming in is trying to make an impact straight away, and that's understandable. You want to make an impact, you come into the team, you want to make an impact, you want to show that you're making an impact because you've got a lot of eyes on you because you've just joined the organisation or you just joined the team, and you want to prove that you're making changes. You jump into making those changes before you understand the team, you're going to have problems because the team are going to recognise what you're doing first of all, that it's just superficial changes in the wrong direction, and they're not going to be supportive. And which means that when you get to actually understand the team, they're not going to be as responsive to your changes. So, first of all, get to know the team, get to understand their strengths, get to understand their roles, get to understand the challenges that they are facing, because they are the experts at understanding the challenges that they're facing. So take the time to understand the team's current work processes and current workflows. Review their recent sprint retrospectives, look at their backlogs, look at the project documentation. This just gives you a sense of how they operate and where you might need to make adjustments or offer support. Make a note, keep them in mind, and incorporate that understanding within your one-to-ones, because that's how you are going to get validation for your thoughts. Not to say you'll be led entirely by what the team members want, because they're going to have their own views, but you want to validate your understanding of what's going on and then apply your thinking to resolving that situation. Once you've had that time to understand and think about where the direction you want to take, you want to clearly communicate your vision and goals to the team. Share your understanding of their current challenges and outline how you plan to support them. Be transparent about your priorities and how you see your role contributing to the team's success. This sets clear expectations and aligns everyone to your approach. Essentially, you're building trust here, and building trust is crucial. Be consistent in your actions and decisions. Follow through on any commitments and be reliable. Show that you're approachable as well. Show that you're open to feedback. Because you're going to do things, because this is a team that you don't know, you're going to do things that are sometimes going to rub people the wrong way. You're going to do things sometimes which are wrong for that team. And that's why you want to be open to feedback, because what you want is you want that feedback. You don't want the team sitting there and stewing it without talking to anyone about what you're doing. You want that open feedback, transparency, and this will build that trust with the team, which is really key for going anywhere in that team. And one of the ways you want to do that is make sure you have clear lines of communication. Encourage team members to share their ideas, concerns, and feedback. Create that safe environment where everyone feels comfortable voicing their opinions. Have a look at my video on psychological safety, where we talk a bit more about why this is so important. Have regular check-ins, have an open door policy, just help this culture of being a safe environment, having open communication. Now, every team has its own culture and ways of working, so what you want to do is you want to pay attention to how team members interact, how decisions are made, and be flexible in your approach and adapt to your team's needs and preferences. If they prefer to work in a certain way, nothing wrong with that. Just because you prefer to work in a different way, work in the way the team is used to working, the team's preferred working, because the ultimate aim, of course, is deliverable outcomes, not that the team is molded to your preferred way of doing things. It's whatever works for the team, whatever works for that situation, whatever works for that particular project. So, identifying and addressing immediate issues and challenges is probably the thing you're going to focus on first. If there's known pain points or blockers, work on resolving them. Show that you can effectively tackle those problems, and that's demonstrating your competence and demonstrating your commitment to the success of the team. And you want to encourage and support your team in their roles. You want to recognize their achievements. You want to provide constructive feedback. You want to offer help when needed and be proactive in their development and growth. And again, this support will build that positive and productive team environment. As always, lead by example is the key principle. Show the behaviors and attitudes you expect from the team. It's, show that you're embracing agile practices. Communicate effectively. Be solution centered. Demonstrate these qualities yourself, because your actions will set the tone for the team. If you want people to have their cameras on, and have a look at my other videos on people who keep their cameras off. If you want everyone to have their cameras on in a meeting, you have your camera off, clearly you're setting the wrong example there. So have a think about that. Finally, you should also ask for feedback on your performance and reflect on it. Ask for input from the team on how you're doing and where you can improve. When you first join the team, you probably want to wait 6 months or so at least before you ask for feedback. Maybe even a year, because you want to have enough time to be able to understand the team, make changes, embed the changes, get the team to know you before you then start asking for feedback. Because depending on the team, depending on the people in the team, you're going to get different types of feedback. And asking for feedback too early is asking for trouble. Asking for feedback too late is asking for trouble. You've got to find the right time. So I say 6 months, I say 6 months to a year. Anytime when you think, actually, I'm quite settled in the team now, I've made changes, things are embedded. Right, let's see what I could do to improve now. But you do need to give the team time to get used to you before you can get that feedback. So if you're establishing yourself as a new delivery manager on the team, have a think about what I've just talked about and feel free to ask any questions. See you next time.